Hey guys, how you going? So another week here on the Homestead, week 96 now over. It's been a fantastic week towards the end of it. As you can see, the weather's doing really well. It's shorts and t-shirt time, so that's good. The start of the week, the weather was really bad. We had the tail end of Storm Ciara come in, and so we had a lot of rain and the ground has been just too wet to do anything. So I haven't actually got much done on the barn here. As you can see, some of the wood from up the top has gone, so a lot of the superstructure is down, and on that side in that corner we've started taking some of the tiles down. While I was up there, there were actually a load of woven fence panels in the top here, so I've taken those out and made the duckies a new little home for the summer. And over the summer they're going to stay in there until the outside fence is done, and then we'll open it up and they can have run of the whole field and we'll get a load more ducks in there. This week I also went to plant some peas. Turns out the storage system I've used is really bad, so they've started to rot, so I've just planted all of the peas. I have ordered a load more, they're on their way. But anyway guys, I will of course show you everything that I have been up to, and I hope you've had a fantastic week as usual. I thought I'd do this video from a bit further back so you can actually see the scale of the barn that I've been working on. But anyway guys, have a fantastic week, and I will of course talk to you next time. See you then. Bye. Hey guys, so I came out to plant a couple of handfuls of peas from last year just because the weather's warming up, and unfortunately when I went to check them, as you can see, they're all in pretty bad state, starting to go brown, and all these bugs have hatched out of them. The bugs have died and everything smells really bad, so I don't know how viable they are, so I'm just going to plant every single one of them. So we've prepared this field, or this little bit of this field, and we're just going to plant them out and see if anything grows. So as you can see, all we've done is till this ground, hoe it into some lanes, and then we've put some planting lines down them, not too deep, only about 1 or 2 inches deep. Just going to fill these with peas and then cover them over, and hopefully some of these peas will grow. Obviously storing them in plastic containers was a bad choice on my part. Didn't give them any air to breathe, so well, hopefully some of them will grow. Now as you can see, I've planted out all the rows very heavily with peas, and hopefully that will offset a very low germination rate, because I assume that most of these are dead. But hopefully we'll get a few little peas sprouting up, and I'll be able to rescue this crop. So these are peas that have grown myself from the first packets that I bought with me. So this is actually the 3rd or 4th generation since I've been here, so I would quite like it if some of these grow. But anyway, time to cover them over and we'll see what we get. Okay, so all the peas are tucked in. If these had been in good condition, all the peas I've just planted in this little area would have been the peas that I planted all over this whole area and that area over there. But because they're in such bad condition, planted very close together. I have actually ordered some new stock coming hopefully in a couple of weeks, an early dwarf variety. I grow dwarf peas because they're just easier to handle. You don't need all the big sticks and everything. Little sticks do fine for these. But yeah, well, that's that done. Let's go and look at this new duck enclosure. Well guys, now there's no danger of snow. It's time to bring the ducks outside. So I've just built them in this little enclosure. All of these wicker fences were actually in the barn, fencing off little areas in the roof, so we've just repurposed those, and an old wood bin which has got snowflakes sat on it. So we've made a nice little enclosure. One side is of course the wire fence that separates everything. Later in the summer they'll be allowed out into this whole area once I've dug the pond, burned that off and replaced the outside fence. But for now, this will be their nice little run. They've got a nice little pond, should be big enough for 1 or 2 ducks to fit in at once, so there'll be a bit of a queue for that. But anyway, let's go and put the ducks in here. Hey guys, how you going? Just one last thought before we wrap things up this week. On the 2nd of March, the first ever episode of Audio Book Club will be coming to the channel. I will be reviewing a book by Rebecca Roanhorse, Resistance Reborn. It's a Star Wars book. It's number 42 in the series according to Audible. But if you haven't already read it or heard it, then if you want to, before the second, go and get yourself a copy, available on Audible now, and I'll tell you what I think of it then. Have a good one. Bye.